exchanging. Dadati pratignati guhyamakyati prachati. Bunjate bhojate shadavidu prita lakshanam. This loving exchange among the devotees is the greatest benediction, dear devotees. Please understand that the Lord is giving. Dear devotees, when we invest some time to chant Hare Krishna, when we are really concentrating on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we will actually realize that how mind so subtly taking us away from different place to different place. It is not allowing us to sit and meditate the glories of the holy name. That way, it is not allowing us to hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is not allowing us to meditate on the glories of the Acharyas which they have given, because through their sacrifices only we have received this. How much struggle they have taken, how much, what are those qualities, with what qualities they have chanted compassion to other living entities. They're very genuinely, humbly submitting themselves, and then through that is humble submission, and through that attitude, they're chanting this Hare Krishna mantra. And that Hare Krishna mantra, they gave it to us. That means the Shuddhanam, a person who's actually chanting the Shuddhanam, is totally different to a person who's actually do not know anything on the Hare Krishna mantra and then he's chanting. That means it also has some effect. But the person who is chanting on a Shuddhana, just like we see through the example of Hardas Thakur Maharaj, what did he do? He chanted Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He chanted the Hare Krishna mantra, and then the prostitute came in between. And then she said, let us enjoy. It was dead of the night. Nobody was there next to him. Did he selected the choice? No. He said, no, no, no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I have some rounds to do. You also sit. I have some service. After this service, we will engage in that service, in the others. Then whole night he chanted. She was just sitting next to him, and then she went because her consciousness will be. But she never asked again. But the next day she again came. Next day she again came. Same thing was repeated. Now what happened? When the nama is coming from the Shuddha nama, when the nama is coming from Shuddha, purified consciousness. That means when the consciousness is purified, what is the difference between a purified consciousness and the consciousness which is filled with impurities? When the consciousness is filled with impurities, means what kind of impurities are it? Desires, unwanted desires, unwanted name, fame, profit, adoration, unwanted things, unwanted aspirations, unwanted gaining so much wealth of this world. All these are all unwanted things. These are all like for pure devotees, they're like, I don't want to use that word. For pure devotees, it is completely outside their realm. It's not in their bracket. Through that consciousness, when one chants, then you will not realize these things. But when the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is done on a pure level, then he will actually understand that yes, there is a mind which is actually troubling me. There is actually mind which is taking away from this process of hearing. Then that person, what he does, immediately brings the mind back to the glories of the holy name, to the glories of the acharyas. Then he will begin meditating on them. Then we will begin chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Then he'll understand, Hare, this is the greatest thing. That means if I chant, knowingly or unknowingly, it has an effect. What to speak if I chant without committing any of these offenses, and then trying to aspire to hear the Hare Krishna mantra every day dedicatedly, every day chanting sincerely 16 rounds. What is that? Every day. Please understand this, dear devotees. If you give more importance to the process of Shavana, you'll give more importance to the process of Smarana. You'll give more importance to the process of Kirtana. What is the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra? It is Kirtana. Now, how is this coming? It is still coming through Shavana only. It means if Shavana is good, then the Kirtana will be good. I've experienced this so many times in the life. When the consciousness is right, when the absorption is right, when the Shravana and Smarana is going correctly, the Kirtana will come nicely. We aspire to chant more, and we will also aspire. Are 16 rounds complete now? Completed ma. Krishna will also be there after that also with you. Because your consciousness is not leaving that. Because you don't want to leave that consciousness. I remember our spiritual master telling us, if one chants sincerely the Hare Krishna Maha mantra, he will get this understanding that after chanting of Hare Krishna Maha mantra also Krishna will be there with us. This is important because now why Lord will be there? Lord is always there. He's sitting in the heart as Paramatma. Everyone's heart is. But the heart, when the heart is dormant, when the heart doesn't have a relationship with Him, right now it's a lost because we are a foster children right now. Do not have a relation. It's a foster. Foster children, what do they have? They do not have any relation. They do not have parents. It's like that kind of relationship we have. Here, we see this right with the children. With the if the children they want something, they would immediately cry. They really want it. It's not like they're doing some kind of you know uh, inside one thing, outside one. They do not know those things yet. Because they're simple heart now. They really cry, and then we immediately give because we know they're really crying it for that. We immediately give. You know what is? If we really aspire for Krishna consciousness and when we cry for that, don't you think Acharyas will give? Will not give to us? Don't we think about the Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna? He will not give it to us? Just like we are giving to our children, don't we think that He will give? He will give. There's no doubt about it. But the only problem is that kind of crying will not come. That is the only misfortune. The greatest misfortune in this world is what? We do not have a desire to cry for Krishna consciousness. Pashi Pakshi Jore Pashana Vidore. What is that? Through that Pashu Pakshi Jure Pasha. Are they are actually telling, Are do not have anything. You please give. They can cry, I can't cry. But the thing is, just like a child is crying, if we begin to cry in that way, their devotees, our aspiration will be totally different. Because who will cry? Who really thinks that it is required? Are it is required for me. I need this Baba. Without this Krishna consciousness, there's no existence for me. That person will cry. Otherwise, why will we cry? Especially Janmaishwara Sutasri Yedamana Madaprama. When a person has high parentage, high birth, nice family, nice education, uh, opulence, beauty. When a person has all of these things, to think that the person will cry. For example, if a person is a millionaire, do you think that he will go and beg on the streets? Bakshish Zena Baba, Bakshish Zena. Do you think he'll beg in the streets? He will never beg in the streets. Because he's a millionaire. He doesn't have to do that. Who will beg? Who really doesn't have? What are these things doing is Janma Aishwarya Sutashri. These things don't allow us to beg. Because we all have that. We all have that. We don't beg. Who doesn't? We have that. No, devotees, please give me 1 second. I have to change settings. There's a disturbance here. 1 second. Hare Krishna. Sorry about that. So those, so those aspirations when we do dear devotees, I need to actually pay. Oh my dear Lord, I have all of these things. This is the reason why I do not take your shelter. Why I really don't want you. Why I don't come to the plane of surrender because I have all of these things. And I do not come to the plane of surrender. That's why I do not actually cry out for your names or for your association or for your devotee association. I don't want to surrender. I don't want to take the relationship on a deeper level because I have all these things connected to me, attached to me. Because these things are there, that's why we don't cry. And until we don't cry, it's not ready to give. Because that is our aspiration. Because our aspirations are something else in this world. But the moment our goals and aspirations are changed, then the crying process begins. We cry internally. Oh, my dear Lord, I'm seeing faults in other person. My dear Lord, please help. I'm a fallen soul. I'm a conditioned soul in this world. Please help. My dear Lord, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, they're driving me. My dear Lord, please help. If these things are there, how can I remember you? How can I meditate you? How can I do Mahamanusmara Yuddhacha? My dear Lord, please help. My dear Lord, please give some service so that I can be a, and being of something to you. You've given so much. When we chant Hare Krishna, what qualification we have? No idea actually. We have given everything. We've been given everything. But my dear Lord, do not have right consciousness to chant those holy names. But when we see on the other side the heart of the acharyas, they put everything. When they chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they are full, their focus, their energy is completely on that. They're genuinely with humility. What is humility? Humility is like materially putting ourselves down. Is that humility? Humility. Real humility is seeing the presence of the Lord in everything. Everything which is happening in our life is actually coming by the mercy and the will of the Lord, and genuinely accepting that. That is humility. For example, we are shattered. Our job is lost. We think that we are doing great, but our job is gone. We see that as a mercy of the Lord, as a kripa. When a person accepts that as a kripa and then moves forward, accepting that as is without any complaint, even in the heart, then we need to understand that person is humble. Because he did everything what he was supposed to do. I'm just giving an example, not that this is oh this way only humility is. Just giving an example. Simply accepting that situation. People are mocking him, that's okay. He will simply accept that. He says that, oh my dear Lord, I deserve more. I deserve more to this than this. Please help. This is humility. With that humility, they chant this Hare Krishna mantra, thinking that, oh my dear Lord, I don't deserve this. But you have given me this process of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Let me do this. Let me take. Are you gave everything. You gave this insignificant soul this kind of a body. I'll use this body for your service. I'll use this body for your engagement. That is the essence. That is what life is actually. That's what we need to aspire. Because nothing in this world will give solace to us. Nothing in this world will give solace. Our family members will not give. So many other things now, nothing will give. This is the only thing which gives solace. This is the only thing which will come with us at the end of the life. This is the only shelter we have. Don't want any other shelters. This is the only hope for us. And this we need to aspire. Dear devotees, God Purnima is coming in few months. which is our new year. Have some aspirations in this life. What kind of aspiration? Oh, my dear Lord, Gaur Purniyam is in 3 months from now. Let me aspire to get up early in the morning and chant my rounds before the class begins. Let us aspire for that. At least aspire to chant at least 12 rounds by that time. By 6:30, finish 12 rounds. If you get up like 4, you can finish it off. It's not a big deal. And it's a greatest opportunity because we'll be chanting in that Brahma Muhurta. These are the aspirations which we should take at least. Small endeavor, small effort. My dear Lord Chaitanya, please give that strength. I really want to chant Hare Krishna. I really want to chant with the focus, intention, attention, mindfulness. Really want to be grateful for what you have given. What is this? This is a gratitude, no? What is gratitude? Gratitude is all. What is actually gratitude? Gratitude means to see what we have been given. For example, let's say you went to a farm. Let's say you went to a farm community. So very nicely, everything is arranged. They have cows, they have homes for the devotees to stay, they have place for agriculture, they have place for children's school. Everything is there. They have place for worship. The moment you see, oh, this is great. What is real gratitude? Arey, what was this before? Who created this? Under whose direction everything came? And how devout, selflessly worked, served, so that this came onto this point? What did they went through? What did they did? What are the sacrifices they have done? And what inspiration they have taken from Srila Prabhupada? What inspiration they have taken from their spiritual master? How did they all do that? And knowing all of that, expressing our sign of gratitude, expressing our any expression after that, that is gratitude. That is what are we seeing? We are not seeing what is there, but we are seeing how it came. When that is done, dear devotees, that is a real sign of gratitude. Through that gratitude, what happens? When we chant Hare Krishna with that mode, our way of chanting Hare Krishna will be totally different. Because we don't want to leave that holy names. We don't want to leave that time. When we understand that we don't want to leave that time, do we give importance to that? We give. For example, if our rounds have been done, if our rounds are completed by evening or by night, then what importance we are giving to that? That means chanting of Hare Krishna is the least priority for us. For example, you have to cook. Don't you give importance to that? We have to give importance to that because if we don't eat, then we will be weak. Why don't we give importance? I'm just giving. I'm just telling that how the mind and the consciousness will work on us. Now, giving importance to the names, giving importance to the process of Shravana, what happens is it puts us in a different plane, dear devotees. That means our everything in this world is actually driven by that. Our everything. That means whatever we are doing, whatever we are earning, whatever, everything is actually driven by that. Then only we get an aspiration to do some service. Otherwise, we will not get an aspiration. For example, if our investment is not rightly kept, then we don't understand what this process of Krishna consciousness is. Because the investment is not rightly done. The focus is not rightly kept. But when we understand this mantra is very powerful, dear devotees. Currently, it is dormanted because only of our consciousness. But when we take it more close to the heart, more seriously, by giving it more importance, by waking up more early, by chanting our rounds, by finishing our round before the clan. Aspire for this. Gaur Purnima is like 2.5 months. Now, aspire for this consciousness so that we come to that. By the time Gaur Purnima comes, we'll be there. But we'll be ready, finishing our rounds early in the morning, then going to office, working for Krishna. Aspire for this. Work for Krishna. How many lifetimes we are working for our families? Every family is also working. See, every person is, you see, in the material world, everyone is working for their family only, right? Don't we see? If you go, if you go and see the streets, the dogs in the street, don't they work for their children? They will work. That means everyone has that. Social purpose says that animals also have same consciousness. The humans have to change. The humans have to begin to work for Krishna. They should stop. You should stop this materialistic agendas, materialistic propagandas. When these things are stopped, then what happens? Then only we will begin. Otherwise, we will never. Otherwise, we will never get this aspiration to work for Krishna. And if we never begin to working for Krishna, working for the pleasure of the acharyas, then what is the human form of life? Becomes a, see, do our children always stay with us? Some children go away. I remember every person in our family, when they are 22, they go to US. Why? To study. Are they there with their families now? No, I also went. Gone, right? That means they are not with us forever. The who is with us forever? Do you think our wife will be there with us for us forever? Do you think our parents will be there with us forever? Do you think this body will be there with us forever? But Prabhupada is writing this beautiful statement. Dear devotees, we are not this actually. Death. What is this death? Death is just change of bodies. It's no big deal. After this, you'll get another body. So no idea. But the thing is, our absorption is so deep that we always think about this only. We always think about our son. We always think about our wife. We always think about our husband. This is our realm. Krishna says, Mahamanusmar Yuddhachari. He's told Arjuna. Arjuna also has a family. Then why is Krishna telling you fight for me? That means if Krishna is telling to Arjuna to fight for me, that means is it not for us? It's for us. Now, why Srila Prabhupada had to take all of those struggles? Now, he could have simply studied Vrindavan. Because if he wouldn't have taken those struggles, dear devotees, we wouldn't have been sitting here today. For sure. There's no doubt about it. We would have been eating meat. We would have been eating, we would have become a woman hunters. We would have eaten cow meat. Because we're in that kind of a place. But somehow by their fortune, we are here. We are not doing that. Somehow it's by their mercy we are here. That means what he did, the greatest thing he has done in our life. What he has given? Pure devotees. Our spiritual masters, they're empowered personalities. They're pure souls. It's through their association only. They're somehow practicing this process of Krishna consciousness. I remember spiritual master taking, we should take this to next step, next level. What is the next level? To become more and more pure. Because what we should all aspire for? We should all aspire to become more pure, more sincere. How do we become more pure and more sincere? We should begin working for Krishna. Every lifetime we worked for our family only, dear devotees. Every life we work for them only. At least this life should work for Krishna. That's what Krishna says. Oh Arjuna, you work for me. You meditate on me. Man manabhavamadi bhaktamadhyajimam namaskar. Are you get up early in the morning for me? You chant Hare Krishna for me. You hear you hear my glory, you hear my understanding, you know what are the qualities of my pure devotees are. What is genuine humility? Humility is not, Hare Krishna, I'll take the dust of lotus with Paul. That's not humility. Humility means whatever is coming in our life, that is Krishna's mercy. and accepting that as is, that is real humility. That means doesn't matter anything which happens in our life, it has to be, it has to be accepted. Do you know what is the moment we do not accept this, dvesha will come, envy will come, hatred will come, jealous will come, because you're not accepting now. Complaining mentality will come because you're not accepting that. Speculation will come because you're not accepting that. You're not seeing it as a Krishna's mercy. You're not seeing it as His presence, His mercy, His causeless mercy. That's the problem. There's a problem in this world. This problem has to be curbed. We have to see that this is real mercy. Are these acharyas generally they're Prabhupada actually getting up early in the morning at 1 and then crying what is praying profusely. The Samaji of Rupa Goswami is praying to his spiritual master. Oh, my dear spiritual master, I have no qualification. I don't know what am I doing here. I'm in Vrindavan. What am I doing here, my dear Lord? What am I doing? I'm not doing any service. I'm not doing anything. Please give mercy so that I can be of some service of you for you. The fag end of his life is crying out for that. For whose pleasure he cried? He cried for all of us because he wanted to give to all of us. You know who is the first person who will be very happy when you all become pure? Prabhupada. Be very happy. Oh, my children, they're taking, my grandchildren, my grandsons, my granddaughters, they're taking this process seriously. They're getting up early in the morning, they're chanting their rounds, they're hearing, they're following the four agreed principles nicely, and they're working for Krishna. They're giving the results to Krishna. Oh, wow, this beautiful souls. Krishna will be very happy. Prabhupada will be very happy. You know what they do? Yasya prasadat Bhagavat prasad, because he is happy now. Krishna will be immediately happy. When pure souls are happy, Krishna will be immediately happy. This aspiration has to come. I was thinking about this. Hari, how is this process so beautiful? So genuine? Now, why are we so bogged up in this world? People are so much worried of death. Prabhupada in one statement, he told her, just death is just a change of bodies. The soul is changing. It's a powerful shift. That means, dear devotees, we are not worried to anything in this world. If anything happens, that's okay. Everything is the mercy of the Lord. Let me just accept it as is. Or there is a last, thank you, Krishna. There's a prophet. Thank you, Krishna. It belongs to you only. Everything belongs to you. It's not mine. Our children are practicing Krishna consciousness. My dear Lord, it's your mercy only they're practicing. Or they are not practicing because of my uselessness. Because I am not taking Krishna consciousness. That's why. That's why Krishna is telling, see, you take the process of Krishna consciousness. That's why your children are not. That's why your children are not listening to you. That means when there is a fault, devotee keeps on himself. When there is a gain, he'll give it to the spiritual master, give it to the Lord. This is a devotee. This is Krishna's mercy. This consciousness is Krishna's mercy. Seeing in this way is Krishna's mercy. This is called as humility. Externally, if I tell how Pavu, I'm your servant, and internally our consciousness is very useless, then is that real humility? Or is that real servitude? No. Real humility, real servitude is what? Internally, externally, everything is belong to you, my dear Lord. Mahamanusmari, that I will do it for you only. I'll fight for you only. That means Arjuna fought. What is that? That is working for Krishna. What should we do? We should also work for Krishna. What should we aspire? Hare Krishna. Otherwise, I'll tell you now. How many, it doesn't matter how many lifetimes we practice this. That's what Prabhupada says, chase the rhinos. What is chasing a rhino? Chasing the rhino means we have to hit the highest thing. Pure devotion is not easy. Are yogis, munis, they don't get to see the they they don't even get to see the dust. They don't even get to see anything in the spiritual realm. That yogis and munis aspirate, they gave entire life. They meditated, still they couldn't get it. Bahunam janmanamante jnanamanma prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Bahunam Janmanas. It will take so many lives. Jnanavan Mata, who has cultivated that knowledge. But to establish that Vasudeva is the essence of everything, what is it difficult? We hear, we don't act on that claim. So it's difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy. But we should aspire for. We don't know. Tomorrow Krishna might send something or do something in our life so that we come to that plane. We don't know. There's an arrangement of the Lord. But for that, if we are aspiring for that only, other if you do not have a desire, Krishna will not manifest that. Then we should have that desire. We should have that goal. That is the whole point, right? Why we should get up early in the morning and then finish everything. Because what are we trying to do? We are trying to put an endeavor. That's an action we are putting in. We are putting this, oh my dear Lord, please give this chance. Please give me this chance. So we should think about this chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. Oh, it's beautiful yet. What is it? Means after chanting of 16 rounds, also Krishna will be there with us. That means Krishna can stay with us. We can actually realize his presence. We can actually see the presence of the acharyas. Krishna staying with us means if the acharyas are happy with us, Krishna will stay with us. That means if you are following the words of the acharyas, Krishna will naturally be with us. You remember yesterday I told, right? I do what he was telling. Oh, Prabhupada should have added more regulations. Or should have changed this, changed that. What is this? That means we are thinking that we know better than our acharyas. What is that? This is Midhyankar, false ego. That means that which is not. With this attitude only we came here actually. In the spiritual world, we have true ego. But somehow a desire manifested in our heart to cultivate this falsity, thinking that through that falsification we will be happy. Then that desire manifested and then we were being sent here. Now that falsity is still continuing because connection to Aparusha is lost. Connection to the pure devotee is lost. Are we are finding faults in the pure devotee. We're telling that, oh, this is not correct. This regulation has to be good there. This is not correct. What is it? What are we? We are figure. We are nothing in front of the acharyas. Now that nothing is also talking means what is that? Is that not falsification? This is Kali. This is how Kali enters into our consciousness. Now Kali, how Kali will enter? Oh, why is this? Oh, this is Bhagavad Gita as is. Okay. So many books, so many pages, 900 slokas were all translated. Oh, okay. Oh, Prabhupada should have written like this. Oh, the purport Prabhupada should have explained more about this aspect. I remember as well as Radhanath Swami Maharaj telling to one devotee, which was very instrumental. So the devotee came to Maharaj and then he said, Maharaj, I want to do Bhakti Vaibhav. Now Maharaj said, why? Because I want to study more, observe more, learn more the science of Krishna consciousness. Okay. And then he said, oh, you want to learn all of them? Okay. But you know what? While learning, you'll get this. What is that? Oh, Prabhupada should have written like this. Maharaj was telling this. Oh, Prabhupada should have explained this in a better way. Oh, Prabhupada didn't explain this aspect here. Prabhupada did not explain. If you have this attitude, then you will find a fault with everyone. It's better you don't read and then do some menial service and then move forward. It's very instrumental to hear about it. When a pure devotee says something, it's very instrumental. That's why whatever we are reading, whatever we are understanding, we should see through the person who has given this. You remember I gave that example, right? What is real gratitude? Real gratitude is not to see that external thing, what the manifestation is how happened. What went through internally, that is what when we see that, then the real gratitude comes. That is when why this person should spend time, why this person should come. Why all these personalities came here? Why all of them are serving here nicely? what inspiration they have received. When we see, when we find out, when we figure out through that way, then the gratitude manifests. Likewise, when we read the words of the Acharyas, you should see how much struggle, how much sacrifices they have taken in their life to give us this. When we understand that, we will never, never, never find fault with us. Rather, we'll be ever grateful for them. Today is a day. Actually, every day is a new year for us. Every day is a special day for us. Why? Because Krishna gave us an opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. Even though through our so many faults, through our so many impurities, still the Lord is allowing us to practice Krishna consciousness. That is a real wonder, actually. I always think about this. What is a real wonder? This is a real wonder, na? They gave us an opportunity to connect. Sanatana means eternal. Prabhupada actually explains about Sanatana Dharma. Couldn't cover that. I'll cover that tomorrow. Prabhupada actually began about Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is what? Sanatana Dharma is eternal relation. That means it is there for eternal. That means what is eternal relation? That means which is that which is there for eternity. That means the consciousness is there for eternity. That means to drive that consciousness something which is the principles which are there, that also remains eternally. How these principles will also remain eternally? When we have deep relationship with that person who gave that, our acharyas, pure souls. When we develop relationship with them, then we will understand how this Sanatan Dharma is also eternal. Hare Krishna. I think I'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Share? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Amma, Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
We have
Krishna.
conscious New Year, Prabhuji. We have
Hare Krishna.
family.
Thank you.
Please pray for us, Prabhu, so that
Hare
we can progress. We can get this test in bhakti, Prabhu.
Krishna.
So, Prabhuji, as you discussed about 2 points which are very important, one is humility and second is gratitude. So, as you said, our acharyas, they showed us how to be humble and how to show their gratitude. Our Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came in this material world to give us the Krishna prema, and he actually, as a Lord, he showed how to love Krishna. His madness was uh, so enormously beautiful, and he scratched his whole body like thinking about Krishna, thinking about Radharani. So he showed that love, and his life was also not very. I was reading a book, and his life was, he struggled a lot to give this bhakti to different parts of India, and then our acharyas, they took this process and they spread this holiness, our um, holy name, and our Srila Prabhupada, before Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I went this year to Puri. So this year 2025 was very memorable for me. I went to Ekchakradham, Nityananda Prabhu's birthplace. Then I went Puri, Brindavan, and I saw like Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He created so much in Puri. Um, and then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Gauriya Math, still there. His house is now Gauriya Math. So they did so much for us. And as you mentioned, Srila Prabhupada, he always thinks that, oh, I'm not the doer. I'm just following the instruction of my guru. So when I think about those acharyas, their contribution in this field, it was not at all easy, very hard. And I am very fortunate that I am able to get this association through Srila Prabhupada, and through the Devotees Association. I able to do, it's just so smooth. I'm thinking I'm very fortunate what they did. I did not do anything. I'm uh, just a creature of a in a grass. I mean, nothing I have, but their mercy. So like where you said, like get up in the morning and chant the names and get that proper consciousness. So I was thinking, Prabhuji, maybe it will go and off and on in my life. But like today, when we were discussing about this, I was thinking like just one day, just today, the first day of a new year. Why don't I be serious? Why don't I be able to dedicate myself in Krishna's feet with Acharyas, what they did for us. My friend, she visited Mayapur and she get the darshan of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and she was overwhelmed touching Jayapataka Swami Maharaj's feet. And she was telling me that, I got this. So, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, as you said, humility means to see Krishna in everything. So Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he in a Gap store in US. So he said Govinda Madi Purusham. So whatever he says, he relates to Krishna. So much consciousness they have, our acharyas have, our gurus have. So Prabhuji, it's very nice, Prabhu, when I think about this. But Prabhuji, please pray for me, Prabhuji, pray for everyone, so that I can keep that vibe and can keep that same consciousness every day, not only 1 or 2 days, but every day. We should not fluctuate. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Definitely, let us all. My prayers and best wishes for each and every one of you. Let us all aspire for this consciousness. God Purnima is in 2.5 months. Let us prepare for. Let us prepare for that. See that we come to that. We come to that continuous state of getting up early in the morning and then chanting and then chant our rounds. The devotees, no one is telling these days about this. This is so important. Missing our chanting, missing our hearing is the greatest obstruction. I'll tell you tomorrow or day after tomorrow, when we 5 minutes. I'll tell you tomorrow or day after tomorrow. This process, when we do, if we are not giving importance to this, what happens is we feel that this is something different, but this is not the normal thing which everyone is doing because we are not relishing. But we are unable to relish that. We have to relish that. We will relish when we become focused. We will relish when we do it everything for the pleasure of the acharyas and working for Krishna. We should do this actually because when we put these goals, by at least by Gaur Purnam, every day I will come to this state that before the class begins, I will finish at least 12 to 13 rounds. So that way, what is happening there? What is the previous day we are trying to sleep early because we know we have to get up early in the morning. By hook or crook, we will finish off everything. Because what are we doing? We are preparing for the next day. Dear devotees, the preparation for the next day doesn't begin on that day. Preparation of the next day begins before day. That means previous night we see that everything is done before. We eat early, we sleep early, we finish our activities early. When everything is done beforehand, then we will get an opportunity to get up early in the morning. Because we're sleeping for we're sleeping for the pleasure of the Lord. My dear Lord, I want to sleep for your happiness. I want to get up for your happiness because I want to chant your names. You should have that desire deep. If we have deep desire, then Krishna is Paramatma sitting in our heart. He will wake up us. He will wake us up because we have that desire now. Dear devotees, just see, we'll only live for 20, 30 years more. Then after that, this human form of life is gone. But before that, if our desires are changed, if our aspirations are changed, it's the greatest shelter and hope. This is what I was thinking in the morning, because we should become more and more serious, become more and more sincere. When we do this, we will always find try to tune our consciousness internally. Externally, there is no problem. The problem is all internally only. When this internal thing is tuned up, then external thing no, automatically will change. Just think about this. Our husband will not be there for us. Our wife will not be there for us. Our children will not be there for us. For all the part. It is we who have to drive this. We are alone. We came alone, we will go alone. For example, if there is a fever, who will suffer the fever? We will suffer or somebody else will suffer? We will only suffer. That means everything इधर इधर से ही आता है डियर डिवोट सब इधर से ही आता है बाहर से आता ही नहीं यू सी एनीथिंग इन दिस वर्ल्ड सब इधर से likewise that means to change our materialistic way of living to spiritual इधर से ही आता है and that begins through Shavana. We should aspire for that. Just like Bhaswati Mataji told. Are today at least one day, let me chant this Hare Krishna sincerely. Yes, it's a good desire. We should cultivate that more. If you want to chant for one day, why don't we aspire for another day? Pray, my dear Lord, tomorrow, one day I will chant Hare Krishna. That day, every day you pray like that. My dear Lord, tomorrow one day, tomorrow one day, tomorrow one day. Please, 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 please. An action can be done in two ways. Out of fear, out of love. If a person is fearful, also he will pray to the Lord every day. Out of love, also he will pray to the Lord every day. Our love is lost love. We should pray more. Do you understand what does it mean by lost love? Lost love means we know that there is love, but it is lost. We know there is Lord, but we don't perceive Him. This connection is we're foster children. But through the process which our acharyas are telling, Prabhupada told us every day we should get up in the morning. If there is a fever one day here and there, that's okay. But consciously we should not repeat it. Every day we should be sincere. Don't see others whether they are doing it or not, devotees. We should see for ourselves. We are doing it or not. Don't see the community devotees are doing. Are they getting up? Is community president getting up? Is community president doing this? Or is community secretary doing this? Don't see that. Are we doing it? Do it and move forward. While leaving, we will not say whether community president is coming with us. We have to leave alone. We came alone, we have to leave alone. Because this process is for us. We should do this. We should ride our own board. Nobody will ride. You can pray. You can ask the devotees to pray. Dear Prabhu, please pray for. Yes, that's definitely prayers are there. Definitely my best wishes and prayers. But we should drive this by our own self. That means, guys, dear devotees, you all have a unique relationship with the Lord. Don't you want to experience that? It's a beautiful experience. It's a unique relation. You have a unique relationship with your spiritual master. Don't you want to experience that? If you want to experience that, that means whatever Srila Prabhupada is telling, whatever we are hearing in the class, if we simply do it as is, you'll see it. And you don't want to leave the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you'll get to that state. But we should begin na, किधर तो start करना है ना. We should start. Are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also chanted this Hare Krishna. It was very beautiful. That's what. It's a very beautiful meditation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also chanted that. They are all beautiful souls. They all chanted this Hare Krishna mantra. They all heard this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also heard Shravanam from his pure souls. We are also hearing from the words of Srila Prabhupada from our spiritual master. Beautiful. This is a connection. More you take it, more you'll get the benefit. Just aspire for this consciousness. Don't go anywhere else. Just aspire because Krishna consciousness has everything. A lot of people go here and there for New Year. They go to ball drop here, there, so many other things. They're trying to get that happen, but कुछ भी है ना वो उधर है ही नहीं है. If there is nothing, then what you'll get? There's nothing. But people are mad. They're thinking that they'll get happiness somewhere. Now we should be mad for our acharyas. We should be mad for them. We'll also get. For that, their thing is very temporary. Our thing is on a soul platform, dear devotees. It's not on a bodily platform. And our relationship is also on a soul platform. It's not on a bodily platform. This relationship is an eternal relationship. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Anyone else would like to add? Otherwise, we'll hand it over to our Vamshi Ashram. Yes, Vamshi Ashram, please take over the call.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Happy Krishna conscious New Year according to the Gregorian calendar to all of the devotees. And we know every day is new. We have to take every opportunity to improve our sadhana. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, motivating us to